stripy tomatoes, and then our few pumpkins, some more romas over here. While we were gone for 2 weeks, they were growing great. We actually finally, after we did that pruning that we did not long ago, look at that, Brandywine tomatoes. We have quite a few of them growing. We still have lots of flowering, but then wonderfully we get back from the homestead, and the day we get back from the homestead we have a huge storm, and it drops lots of limbs, lots of big limbs that I still don't have cleaned up yet, and did a lot of damage in the garden. A lot of damage. So we had broken stalks that we had to clip out of there because some of them had split shafts. You don't want to leave those on there. They'll have all sorts of problems. They'll be more apt to have bugs. And since we've been back, we have also found 4 giant worms on our tomato plants, and they stripped all the leaves off of a couple plants, which we've lost. But so I came in here and we thinned out, and hopefully these plants will survive this mega damage that we've taken. It's been rough on these Brandywines. And I talked to a master gardener not long ago, and they said that tomatoes this season have been all sorts of problems. But as you can see, our romas are doing really well. We have a bunch of romas, and they're growing on every plant, doing really, really well. And here's some more. I mean, it's just, the romas are taking off like crazy. But these Brandywines are heirloom tomatoes. Every bit of this was grown from seed except for these Mr. Stripies right here. Everything was grown from seed. So it just is a little bit tough sometimes to grow your heirlooms. But you just have to stay on top of keeping the suckers off of them and taking care of any kind of damage that's happened on them. Like we had, and it was pretty bad stuff here. We didn't have power on and off for almost 3 days, so it broke some telephone lines in half and that kind of stuff. So it was just a lot of damage. But we got in here, we've worked in it, and we've got the garden back in good shape again. Got a lot of the okra doing well. We got okra plants growing nicely. We've got black-eyed peas drying on the vines, and those are doing really well. And then we got lots of limas over here, and they're looking good. Our beds aren't looking so good, but we don't have all that cleaned up from this massive storm, so they'll be looking better pretty soon. This is all the stuff behind my tractor here that we had to cut out, that was just damaged, split stalks and damage like that. So it's a lot of stuff to stay on top of, especially when you have something unexpected like that hit us. But we were gone for 10 days to the homestead working there, and then while you're gone, the garden doesn't stop going, it still keeps on. So my mom and dad looked after it this time, and our daughter Isla's going to come help look after it the next time, because it does take a couple hours a day to take care of even a small garden this size. So if you're going to take care of it properly, watering it and weeding it and make sure it stays in good shape. And I don't want my pumpkins having a problem, because I'd like to have plenty of those for Thanksgiving, and have some fresh pumpkin pies. And I need somebody here when these romas start becoming ready to ripen and come off these plants. Somebody needs to be here to definitely pick them off so they don't burst and go bad on the plant. So just wanted to show you what had transpired while we were gone to the homestead, and what happened with this big storm, and to show you that we do have some Brandywines. Hooray! Can't wait, they're doing great. And This is James with the Healthy Homestead. Just a little update on the home garden. The garden that we're going to have just for the kitchen at the homestead is going to be a ½ acre for the kitchen garden. So this is a very tiny garden compared to what will be the kitchen garden at the homestead. Supplying our food needs will be about as big as this entire backyard that's here at the house in Savannah. Alright, so this is James with the Healthy Homestead. Thank you very much.